Good morning. Fall is upon us. It's chilly. And I'm on the move. I'm later. Oh, hold on. Loud air vent. So my apologies for being later than normal today. I was up late last night handing in a paper. And I was like, I went to sleep at like 3 a.m. So I was not getting up at my proper time. And I think my earrings are going to give me too much feedback. Hold on. All right, hopefully that's a little better. So good morning. It is day 34 of the 40-day prosperity plan. We are using the Abundance Book, John Randolph Price. Oh, we are almost done, y'all. 6 more days, and that is it. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey of doing this. Every year that I do it, something shifts in me. I encourage you to continue doing this. You don't have to only do it once. You can do this continuously every day for months. You can do it every year. It's completely up to you. But each time you do it, you will notice shifts within yourself. So the statement for today is, through my consciousness of my God self, the Christ within as my source, I draw into my mind and feeling nature the very substance of spirit. This substance is my supply. Thus, my consciousness of the presence of God within me is my supply. So I'm going to read it a little bit differently because I want you to get it in your body. Through your consciousness of your God self, the Christ within, as your supply, you draw into your mind and feeling nature the very substance of spirit. This substance is your supply. Thus, your consciousness of the presence of wealth within you is your supply. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that today, and I mentioned that I think when we were doing the first set of 10 statements and speaking about how your wealth and your money is not something, and I mentioned this yesterday, is not something that you get outside of yourself. We have been so conditioned to think that our wealth is dependent on someone else doing something for us, because we live in this very compensatory society. We live in this very transactional society, and it's about what can someone do for me in exchange for. But the reality of it is that you already embody your wealth. And I'm not just talking about you embody the ability to create your wealth. I mean, no, you're literally walking wealth. You are, because you are this divine mind that exists. You are that. You are that in the embodiment of you. Knowing that this energy, this is the source that fuels your entire being. How could anyone else be responsible for how much you get, for how much you have? When you think about it that way, like if you truly understand that you are this God self, this source energy, this Christ within, how could another human be responsible for your wealth? That's like, so to me, that's like, I don't know how else to say this, but to say it. In many forms of mainstream Christianity, people are taught to worship God. Even when I was a child, I would always ask and wonder, why would something so great need me to tell it how great it is? Right? It already knows how great it is. It needs the acknowledgement of a human in order to feel good about itself. Otherwise, it will be angry with me. It always felt a little petty. And actually, it felt like it was human beings' ways of trying to understand this presence, right? And because we're human, we can only understand it from our limited perspective of being human. So we give all of these emotional attributes to source energy that as humans we experience, but source energy is above and beyond all that, right? So it's kind of the same thing to me, like when it comes to my wealth. If I know that I am the embodiment of source energy within me, why would I leave my wealth in the hands of an employer? Why am I depending on that? Why am I leaving my wealth in the hands of clients? Why am I depending on that? You understand? It's not, and I know it's like a hard, it's like, but they give me money for what I do. Yes. That's a transactional compensatory thing. But the goal of this is to start seeing yourself beyond that. To understand that this is about who you be. And when you understand that this is who you be, your vibration changes. So let me put it in ways that can bring it to a level where you can get to somebody giving you money. When you understand that you be this, right? It's not about what you do. This is who you are. You are source energy embodied in a human being. When you understand that, your frequency begins to shift. You walk in the world differently. Your attraction shifts. So let's say you're a person who's saying, well, I rely on my job to give me money. Okay. So in your beingness and being this person who understands that they are source energy within and understands that they are creating this life that they are living or co-creating with the larger sense of source energy, right? Then your vibration begins to shift in the world, and all of a sudden new job opportunities come to you. All of a sudden something shifts at your employment, and the next thing you know, you have a raise or you have a promotion. It looks like that in real life. So it's not that you're dependent on the employer, but you have shifted your vibrational energy to the effect that the wealth that exists within you now has to, according to this, it now has to manifest itself in your physical realm. It has no choice but to do so. And so if you don't see yourself as this walking embodiment of this energy, if you don't see yourself as someone who is co-creating your life, if you see yourself as simply and only a human being, then you are constantly waiting for someone else to pay you what you deserve. You are constantly waiting for someone else to give you money. You are constantly looking outside of yourself to be taken care of. And we've already established in the other statements that we don't look to other people to take care of us, because this divine source energy that we are is our substance and our supply. I hope this is making some sense, because I know that it's hard when we're accustomed to living in a world that says my paycheck comes to me every 2 weeks because I show up at this job. And I'm sorry if my earrings are clanging in the background. My paycheck says I show up for this job every 2 weeks, and I go to this job to get this paycheck. You can continue to see it that way, if that works for you. But my employer is not the source of my wealth. I am the source of my wealth. I am the source of my wealth because I am this divine flow of energy that is directly connected, which means that if I decided I wanted to quit this job tomorrow, I am still the source of my wealth, and I will create that wealth anyway, because it's not dependent on the job. I'm not suggesting all of y'all go around out there and quit your jobs now, you hear? But I'm not dependent on my job. I know that I am this. So I'll read it one more time before I head into a slew of meetings for the day. Through your consciousness of your God self, the Christ within as your source, you draw into your mind and feeling nature the very substance of spirit. This substance is your supply. Thus, your consciousness of the presence of God or source energy, or whatever you want to call it, within you is your supply. The presence of source energy within you is your supply, which means your wealth is unlimited because you are unlimited. And there's nothing that can stop you from claiming the wealth because it's like someone trying to stop you from claiming the air you're breathing. That's it for today. It's chilly. You all go and make this a fucking abundant day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.